What are the benefits of the BRI? And here's where things get interesting. Every country that is part of the Belt and Road Initiative is now struggling. In barely 6 years. Take the case of Sri Lanka's Hambantota port. It's now leased to China. Reason? Sri Lanka cannot repay its debt. The ports and highways have led to dangerous developments. Huge debts, rising interest rates, bribing of politicians. But the casual observer can still ask the question, will India lose anything by not taking part in this initiative? China is not doing yeoman service to the world by splashing $1 trillion. China is buying influence. It's a scheme to protect the long-term economic interests of China. With Italy's entry, the Belt and Road project will give China access from East Asia to Southeast Asia to the Middle East, Africa and now to Europe. It's a big-ticket investment done because China's economy is facing troubles, while the IMF has recently lauded China's initiatives to address concerns over its economy. The medium to long-term outlook is not very flattering to Xi Jinping's government. He has to do something to arrest the slow growth. Several countries, including Pakistan, have struggled to repay interest on the BRI loans. And this could hurt not only the credit ratings of these countries, but also damage China's banks. India needs investment, strong relations with China, and together these two countries will be the engines of growth in this century. But the BRI's investments come with implications. India and China have strong trade relations already. Entry into the BRI could just be a great spectacle for India. Nothing more, nothing less. China knows that India will not budge easily. An entry into an initiative that will give deep pockets of influence to China does not bode well for India. But there is another question. Why can't India use the BRI? It's a connectivity project, so why can't India use it to reach out to markets that New Delhi has never explored? We have the answer. On the face of it, it looks like a good question. After all, globalization is the new reality, but China is unlikely to help its economic rival India to explore healthy markets. From investments to the consumption-based economy to the energy needs, India and China are in direct competition. So what should India do? India should play the waiting game. India should see how the BRI unfolds. Jumping into it at this point is not a wise decision. Remember, this is a country that has hurt India's domestic industries. By distorting the market from steel to rubber to smartphones, the Chinese have come and made an entry into every segment. Besides, there are whispers of China's attempts to influence governments in all the countries where they operate. Sri Lanka, New Zealand, Canada, Australia, Italy. Name the country and China has been accused of intervention. We don't want that. China does not endorse India's entry into the United Nations Security Council. China vetoes attempts to bring terrorists to justice. Why should India then promote the BRI, which violates the sovereignty of India? India need not reach for the fruits of globalization by standing on the shoulders of Beijing. China has said that it will address the issue of debt trap in this BRI meeting. But why should India get into such a trap in the first place? Not taking a decision is also a decision. Why should India legitimize this project? Those were the words. Not taking a decision is also a decision. Those were the words of former Prime Minister Narasimha Rao. And those words appear more relevant to India's position on the Belt and Road Initiative.